Good morning, St. Francis, or should I say bonjour? No, I keep forgetting to say that. And people of God. It is Sunday, the 14th day of April 2024. It is the third Sunday of Easter today, and it is also the 13th day. No, today's the 15th day. It's the 15th day of the Easter season. So still in Assisi. I am at the Piazza Santa Chiara, and there is the Basilica of St. Clare with the great buttresses that support the nave and the roof there. So we are going here today for Mass in a little bit, and so I decided to come out here and do a little reflection in front of Clare's Basilica. Again, Clare's body lies beneath beneath the nave. It used to be beneath the altar, but then they moved it to beneath the nave because people could see her, and people want to see Clare. Francis is still enclosed in his sepulcher, but Clare is exposed, and so you get to see her if you go downstairs into the crypt itself. Over here, so again, the streets of Assisi, there's the Cathedral of San Rufino, the dome of it right behind me. And if you turn over this way, with the sun in my eyes, there is the Umbrian Valley. So there's St. Mary of the Angels is right there in the middle, down there, where the Ponziorcola is, and everything else like that. So it's a beautiful morning here in Assisi. It should be hot today, which is going to be bad, but we're just going to kind of deal with it. So summer has come to Italy, at least for a while, but it's probably I think it's also very hot in North Carolina too. So all of that together. So just to go on today's reflection. So today, on this third Sunday of Easter, is the last time in which we have a resurrection appearance of Jesus. So again, it's only 3 of the weeks, 3 of the Sundays that are basically focused upon resurrection and upon, again, an appearance of Christ as risen to inform the apostles and to kind of convince them that he is indeed alive. Why don't we hear resurrection appearances throughout the whole of Easter? Well, because again, the same reason we don't stay at the manger at Christmas. We have to move on to proclaim that Christ is born after the Christmas season concludes, and now during the fullness of the Easter season to proclaim that Christ is risen. We don't need any more proof. Jesus, basically, God knows, if you don't get it now, you're not ever going to get it. It's the kind of thing that it is. And so we keep moving forward as people of faith and belief. This reading is Luke, and it continues after the apostles have returned from Emmaus, and they are excitedly telling the apostles that were in Jerusalem, what has happened, that they have seen the Lord at the breaking of the bread, etc., etc. And as they are talking, boom, Jesus appears there. So again, it's this whole kind of thing where he's kind of popping in and popping out. And again, he's just kind of laid the groundwork with these 2 apostles from Emmaus. The apostles in Jerusalem have also seen him. He has appeared to Peter, they say, but now he appears to all of them again in Luke's gospel. And of course, they are terrified because that's what they do. They are afraid again and again and again, because even though they want to believe it, something keeps holding them back. They don't want to. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. But the reality is that it is true. It is true. Christ is indeed risen, and life is changed forever. And that's one of the things that we sometimes don't think enough about, because Easter is just a day. So this is why it has to be 50 days, because 50 days enables us to be able to move more deeply into the realization that this is not just fantasy, that this is not just make-believe, that this is something that God did, and it changed the course of human history. Jesus' birth doesn't do that. It is only his death and resurrection that changed the course of human history. And until we realize that, again, our lives are kind of locked in the same day-to-day, in the same struggles and challenges, in the same sadnesses and despair, in the same maybe getting ahead a little bit and then all of a sudden falling back and having it not work out. Coming to this realization that Christ is risen, and everything that has changed because of that has the potential to recreate the world, has the potential to recreate life, has the potential to bring forth this great kingdom that God says is in our midst, is at our fingertips, is within us. We have got to start believing this, because until we do, then basically we keep running in circles, and God doesn't want us to keep running in circles, and God perhaps just gazes upon us continuing to run in circles and wondering why we continue to do this. Christ is risen. It is our responsibility to proclaim that and to live it. We don't need an appearance anymore. We don't need any kind of visions. We don't need any kind of apparitions or any kind of thing like that. We need to start living as people of resurrection, as people who know that death and sin and darkness have no more power over us, that life is changed forever because Christ is risen from the dead. A blessed continued Easter season, St. Francis and people of God. A glorious morning to you and a glorious morning from Rome itself, from Assisi itself. May the Lord give you his peace.